Before this video even starts, I just want to say I am a Drake fan. I am someone who actively defends Honestly Nevermind and For All the Dogs. They are some of my favorite Drake albums, despite most people hating those albums. So if you are a Drake fan that saw the thumbnail and the title and thinks, oh, this video is going to be a hate watch, I hope you just listen to what I have to say. Because this doesn't come out of a place of hating Drake and writing Kendrick. It comes out of a place of this album just sucking. Let's get into why I think this though. The first two songs are okay. I actually quite like CN Tower, even though it does repeat the chorus a lot, but I actually thought it sounds good. For me, Mothballs was quite forgettable, but the third song on this album, Something About You, genuinely is one of the worst songs I've ever heard Drake put out. It's when you get to this wall of text that just completely ruins this song for me. I can't play this whole thing because it goes for 28 seconds, but he says, something about you, something about, something about, something about, something about you. If the beat was a little bit better and you could focus on the beat, I would maybe not mind that as much. And for me, this is one of the big problems on this album. Even if we go back to Mothballs, multiple points are they just repeating themselves in these songs. I don't mind repeating yourself in terms of like, oh, this is the chorus, play it 3 or 4 times. Even in CN Tower, they did say CN Tower like 4 or 5 different times. I'll put the number on screen, but I still like the song. It still sounded good. This is just something about you, something about you, something about something about. It just gets so old so fast. And a minute 40 into the song, this is when we first hear Party Next Door, and the transition to him on this song is terrible. And then one of my favorite lines on this whole album is, I ain't about to make you sign no NDA, because I know you can keep it secret, can't you, babe? Which is followed straight by this.
Party, sit on the dick. Yeah, sit on the dick.
Moving on to Crying in Chanel. This is 2 separate songs. To sum up the first 2.5 minutes of this song,
we both like us whiskey.
That exact note is the only note in this entire song.
But I'm open and that's way. Even if I replay, and it's driving me crazy. Put you on a jet cause I miss you and I love you and I wanna see my baby.
For me, it's just like cursive singing. It's not what Drake's capable of. Again, I am a Drake fan. Drake has put out such better music than this, even in the last 12 months, right? I get it, we all like Drake with the melodies. This is not the melodies we like Drake with. The second half of this song was used in quite a bit of the promo, and I do like it. I think if this was the whole song, it would be one of the best songs on the album. Again, I do actually like Drake with the melodies. This is the kind of melody I wanted to hear. Next up is Spider-Man Superman. On first listen, I didn't like this song at all. It's kind of grown on me a bit. This song is about a girl looking at Drake as like a hero, saying that girl took me for Spider-Man, Superman, saying that she views him as a hero. If anything, he's more like Iron Man, you know, taking kids under his wing. But I don't think this song's necessarily bad. I think Deep is completely fine. Small Town Fame does more of this repeating thing that I criticized Drake for before. It's not that bad though, but it has some good lines. Popping out in Arizona, bitch, I feel like Tate McRae. Putting Charlie up her nose, X on her tongue, she been gigging hard, she done had a brat summer. It's another good line. The next song, Pimmy's Dilemma, is one of my favorite songs on this album. I was listening to this and I got pulled over. Like not even 6 hours ago, I got pulled over. This isn't a joke either. I was going for a drive. I was on my way to my mate's house and I got pulled over while listening to this song. So great. I'm always going to have that stuck in the back of my mind. But I mean, the actual song, if you want that, it reminds me a lot of like, is it Yeba's Heartbreak or something? Party Next Door and Drake don't feature in this song. Really good just backing track. I'm going to be listening to this more than probably any other song on the album. Then the song Brian Steele, who was Young Thug's lawyer. It's a good song, I guess. I don't like this one as much as other ones. He just talks a lot about pussy in this song and I don't know. It's just not that good. The next song is the one which Drake fans are going crazy for. Gimme A Hug by Drake. No Party Next Door, just Drake. I've seen people say this is the song on the album, but this song is not it, man. I'm gonna say the same thing as everyone else. This song is just Where My Hug At. People say he addresses the Kendrick beef with Drake elimination, fake intimidation. No, he doesn't. That means literally nothing. And the rest of this song, Walk in the Strip Club, I Missed You Hoes, Give Me a Hug, Give Me a Hug, Give Me a Hug, Give Me a Hug. What? The whole song is just Where My Hug At. And Drake fans love this. Yeah, give me a hug, I miss you. I miss you hoes, give me a hug, give me a hug. I'm stuck in my ways, I miss you. Bae, I miss you. I'm talking to you, baby, I miss you. This is the lyrics of the greatest song on the album. I'm not gonna lie, the performance is pretty good. I'm not saying this is a terrible song, I'm just saying this is not... It's a very average Drake song. I just think people are trying to find something to hype up about this album. I I don't like this song. Raining in Houston is forgettable. I think it has the same issue as one of the other songs I talked about, where it's just repeating the same kind of flow throughout. Still not that bad though. The song Lasers, I definitely like it more than most of the other songs on this album. I'm surprised that this song hasn't been hyped up a bit more. I do like Lasers. It's on my playlist. Next up, we have Meet Your Padre, and this is the one which everyone has collectively shit on. Something that Drake haters love to bring out is the fact that Drake does a lot of accents in his music, and they're not always very good. Drake has a song with Jay Huss where he does this fake Jamaican accent and completely ruins the song. I don't mind when Drake does an English accent with Central C or whether he does whatever, but the Spanish accent doesn't work. It's just a bad song. If you don't believe me, go and listen to it, please. Next up, we have Nokia, and again, one of the best songs on the album for me. I mean, sure, repeats himself in the intro and then starts listing off names. Reminds me of that song like BBL Love, where he just says like, if my name was Fred, would you love me? What if it was Sed or Greg or whatever else he says? But this song is really catchy. I do like Nokia, again, on my playlist. And backing that up is Die Trying, which again, I think is one of the best songs on this album. It's kind of like a Post Malone beat, but that's not really a criticism. I think Drake does really well. Again, I like Drake with the melodies. Yeba's on this song. It's just good. It's just good. I have no real criticisms of this. Somebody Loves Me is all right. I don't love it. I imagine other people will really like the song. For me, it's not that great, but it's still okay. The song ends with a girl talking about having a 1 week break from sex not being celibacy, and then the next song is called Celibacy. The word celibacy, if you say it enough times, as I just have, sounds like selling bussy, which is exactly what Nikocado Avocado did. So fair play. I don't think that has anything to do with what we're talking about, but it's 4 a.m. Celibacy is definitely a slower song. I can't say I like this song as much. I'm not critical on it. I do, again, like the last song. I think other people will enjoy this more. But by this point of the album, you're pretty much at the end. And every time I get to this part of the album, I'm kind of over it. But in terms of criticisms for the song and the lyrics, there isn't much. Sorry if this one's lazy, but I just think the song's okay. On My Way, or I guess OMW, is alright again. By this point of the album, I don't have much left in me to criticize. The line, last week you gave me the sickest threesome, oh yeah, this week you gave me the sickest head, is such like a teenager way of talking about sex, which is fitting for a Drake album. Again, this song's okay, and we might just rush through the last couple ones. Glorious is like an Ice Spice song. I don't know how else to describe it. He says like graph for sure 10 million views in a day, which is an Ice Spice line. He also samples Ice Spice throughout this song. I do like Greedy. This isn't the Tate McRae song, even though she's mentioned on this album. I do like Greedy. Again, one of the better songs on the album. Let's get into a proper summary of this whole album. Again, you might look at the title and thumbnail of this video and think, okay, he's just here to hate. And I'm not just here to hate. Do I think this is his worst album? Yeah, probably. In terms of listening to it as a full album, a full 21 song album, it's not great. By the end of this, you're kind of taken out of it. A lot of it sounds very similar. I don't actually think Party Next Door did great on this album. He did well in some songs, but as someone that does like Party Next Door, by the end of this album, I was sick of hearing his voice. I've seen people give this album credit for the fact that it has a theme. And I mean that I like the album cover. I like the name, I guess, but I don't actually like the theme that much. There's been a trend on Twitter recently, which is saying like, oh, this is reheating, this is nachos. Like this person is reheating this person's nachos. Look, they're like stealing their thing. And someone said that, oh, Drake is reheating his Take Care nachos. He's not. The nachos are cold as fuck. This album is nowhere near Take Care. I understand it's the same kind of theme, but it's just not as good. I think if you were to halve this album, like if you got rid of a lot of these like average or whatever songs, it could be much better album, but I'm gonna rate it including the bad songs. As I said before, I like Honestly Nevermind. I like it because all of the songs sound so different. I don't know how to describe it. I didn't like Party Next Door on this album. I did like Drake on some parts of this album. If I had to like rank the songs, I guess I'd put like, my favorite's probably Die Tryin', then I'd have Nokia up there, Greedy up there. Oh, definitely Pimmy's Dilemma up there too, somewhere in that top 5. There are genuinely good songs on this album. I understand the title and thumbnail, again, like I keep saying, is very critical, but I do like this album. I just needed a title and thumbnail. That being said, I don't think it's one of his better albums, but I've been more disappointed on Valentine's Day. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a bit of a brief one. And also, if you're a big Drake fan, I hope you got it to the end of the video. Let me know what you think. Even if you disagree with me, leave a hate comment, you know? Everyone loves a hate comment. I don't think my opinion should change how you feel about this song too much. I just wanted to give a little bit of my thoughts because that's what YouTube's all about. Yeah, if you want to stick around and support the channel, please do. Alright, sweet.
I might swerve in that corner, whoa, whoa. It's short on tight cause I'm tweaking it, bitch, start letting shit go. And I heard that she wanna show, whoa. Me who she be, I'm kinda fucking with it, show me some more. Bitch, we tatted at the local nigga. fuck story, whoa. You wanna tweak it up with me? I'm tryna show that shit go. Like the money in my pockets blow, whoa. They having combos about me.